I am here today with Curtis Boyd from Objection, and basically, they are fighting a very important cause. They're fighting the fraud reviews that can be harming your business, your software from all the different angles, and they can be just popping up from all different platforms and locations. So the team will basically help you to, get all of those fake reviews removed. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Very good, Curtis. Maybe to give it full justice, right? Maybe you tell us in your own words, what is Objection all about?
Sure. So Objection Co. We're a AI SaaS company. We identify reviews that qualify for removal using technology. We scan, hundreds or thousands of reviews using filters, algorithms, and we determine which reviews, can be removed that qualify for removal against the terms of service, content guidelines, community guidelines. We look for other things about reviewer profiles on why reviews can be removed. But we do it automatically, and that's what separates us as a software company versus online reputation consultants who charge a lot more than we do because they don't use automated, software and processes to get the same thing done.
Makes a lot of sense. Could you give us an idea about the company, maybe how many clients you're working with or how many visitors to the page or some recognition you've won, something that characterizes Objection Co. a little bit?
Oh, sure. So, we're a fairly young company. We're a little over 2 years old now. We have a little over 1,200 customers, which we're thrilled with. And, I think we get anywhere around 800 to 1,200 unique visitors per month to our pages.
Mm-hmm.
We rank number one on Google for some keywords that that bring in leads every single day for us.
Very good. And who would you describe as a typical client? Like who would be, raise up the hand and start using Objection Co?
Yeah, business owners and marketers, businesses that care about the way they look online, generally are the people reaching out to us the most often. When they feel like they've gotten a review that is unfair, a review that doesn't reflect their business honestly. Because bad reviews are a part of doing business. You're not going to get every customer experience right. And that's part of the fun of being a business owner. You get to listen to your customer and evolve your company naturally and organically and change your business processes to prevent mistakes from happening again. But unfortunately, people do lie. Customers lie. Competitors lie. People who are attacking you, they lie and they will hurt you online. And it's very difficult to communicate effectively with these administrators at these review websites, at Google, at Yelp, at Trustpilot, at TripAdvisor. It's very hard to effectively get reviews successfully disputed. And that's where we bring in our wealth of knowledge and experience and using software to accomplish this. Our competitors charge 10 times as much as we do because they do this manually, whereas we have, a really advanced system that cleans it all up for you and it's fully automated. That way we can focus on sales and we let our system focus on fulfillment.
Very good. You just spoke about sales there. What would be a typical journey that somebody's going through in order to, discover and getting started with Objection Co? Like what would be the typical client acquisition channels?
Yeah, so we have a few different acquisition channels. Our best one, we actually monitor the web for people who got a recently bad review that qualifies for removal. We monitor
That's awesome.
20 million listings, and every day we have listeners that listen for new bad reviews that come in. When we get the business that got the bad review, we have that dynamic content available. We have a outreach team that contacts them, try to set the demo for a free trial. And anyway, we have anywhere from 5 to 10,000 businesses a day that just got a bad review that qualifies for removal. So
it is an amazing strategy.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it took us a long time to figure out how to monitor so many listings, millions of listings simultaneously. But once the technology came, then we put the sales process together, and it's been very fruitful.
Very good. What role, in turn, would you say does the website play in terms of client acquisition?
A big one. People. You need to have a fast performing website so people can conveniently sign up, right? At the end of the day, it should be very simple. It should be very, very convenient. And if you get those two steps, you half your battle's over. The copy and the aesthetics are, of course, another challenge altogether. But if you can just keep things simple so that they can understand your value and make it easy for them to sign up, make it risk-free, we've seen more signups. And that's what we try to do. We try to make it very easy for people to understand that we offer a free trial. We make it very easy to understand what's included in that free trial even before they get started. I don't know if you're on our free trial page, but you can actually
Right now.
see a PDF of what to expect even before you get started with us. That way, those expectations and that accountability is already there. Customers know exactly what to expect on which day, so that when that day happens to them, they can smile and say, wow, yeah, they made good on this and they're the real deal.
Very good. That's a very unique approach, actually, about structuring a free trial. Very cool.
Yeah,
Awesome.
we find that our leads and our trial members really love it because they already know what to expect during their trial. They have the map, right? The customer success map right in front of them. And our team knows exactly what they need to do in order to provide the perfect trial experience for that customer. That's why, our retention rates for trials periods is over 90%. We capture more than 90% of our trial customers.
Awesome. What would you say, since we're talking here about the website and the checklist on the website, what would you say is the strength of the website? Is it the ability to convert once somebody's there? Is it the quality of the leads that are coming through to your team? Or is it, the user experience? Where do you see the strengths of the site?
I feel like we have a lot of good, it took us over 2 years to get, but we've got a lot of good social proof. We've got great case studies. We've got great customer testimonials, high quality video production where we had to fly a video production team to our customers' locations on location to get them in front of camera. Generating good feedback for ourselves. All these little things that we're able to add into our sales channels, I think, is really our strength. Just providing that proof, that we can actually do this, that, other customers that have come before them have had this problem solved by us, I think has been probably one of our biggest strengths.
Very good. And in turn, where do you see the biggest room for improvement?
Well, that's I wish I knew that answer. Otherwise we'd be working on that today. From what I can see, and what my thoughts are, is room for improvement is,
Could be sort of, on the conversion rate sides or the qualification of the leads that are coming through, like where would you focus?
Right now, I think one of our biggest challenges is large scale partnerships. We're on the cusp of integrating into a company called Yext, YEXT, which is a publicly traded company. I think we'll be the 55th company to integrate into their third party directory, which we're really proud of and really excited. And all of their 3 million customers will have the chance to add our third party application to connect with their platform, which we're super excited about. There's a lot of companies that are already working with them that we'd love to take care of. So right now, I think our biggest deficit is probably large scale partnerships and integrations. We integrate into Zapier and a few other places, but I think we could be doing a lot more when it comes to kind of just breaking into existing ecosystems.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So I want to maybe learn a little bit more about, behind the curtains. Like, how is sales and marketing structured at the moment?
Gotcha. So yeah, we don't spend much on marketing. We probably should spend more on PPC and stuff. We did, and we saw a pretty decent return. But once we turned on our lead generating machine, where we listened for businesses that got like a bad review yesterday,
Yep.
we saw our cost per acquisition just plummet. I mean, we're talking really, really inexpensive leads. So just by reaching out, just by saying, hey, look, I saw you got a bad review yesterday that I believe qualifies for removal. We'd love to offer you a free trial to show you how we can take care of that for you. And that process has really made spending, marketing, and retargeting, sure, like retargeting, all that good stuff makes sense. But yeah, I feel like our our marketing is more geared toward just listening to the market, listening to who's getting bad reviews and jumping on those opportunities.
Very good. That sounds. I mean, this is probably one of the most creative strategies we've had here on the calls. So very cool. I would love to learn about you personally a little bit as a leader. So what is it? I mean, as a leader in the company. So what would be a topic that you've recently researched, right?
Yeah, so for me, I'm preparing to speak at a AI symposium at the University of Michigan Dearborn AI Research Center on December 1st, and I've been preparing. I'm on a panel with other AI ethicists, and we're going to be discussing the ethics of artificial intelligence. I'm the only one without a PhD on this panel. The other speakers, work at Lockheed Martin, IBM, Apple, and some of the world's most impactful companies. And here I am sitting next to these on the shoulders of giants, so to speak. So I've really been spending a lot of time thinking about, not only how our company is hopefully going to have a meaningful impact, but answering these questions on the ethics of artificial intelligence. So lately, that's been my study, and really just trying to hone in on what we can do as a society to make AI a better tool, a safer tool, and a more creative and useful tool to enhance the world that we live in today.
Okay, very interesting. Since we're slowly coming to an end of the interview already, I would love to jump into our rapid fire questions, a couple of short and crisp question and answers. Are you ready for those?
Yeah, sure.
Perfect. What's the last book you read?
Um, uh, Niche Down by Christopher Lochhead.
Mhm. What's the one single thing that your company is focused on the most at the moment?
Our new transparency report. It's a report that gives consumers. It's basically a report for consumers that tells if a business has real reviews or fake reviews.
Mhm. If there would be no boundaries in technology, what would be one thing that you would want to have fixed for your company today?
Uh, I feel like if during what would be really nice is during Zoom calls with customers, if there was a truth filter so that customers would know that we were being completely honest with them. Right? Like,
Over your
oh,
head.
this AI, like a truth AI, like, hey, this
Mhm.
salesperson is not lying to you, right? Because
Very cool.
one of our biggest objections is, hey, I just don't believe like this is real, that you can actually do this. And we
Mhm.
love proving customers wrong.
Mhm.
But what would be so nice is if you and I were on a call right now, and
Yep.
while we were speaking, maybe something about the intonals, something about our body language or something could just know that, hey, he's likely being more truthful while we talk right now.
So
I
cool.
think would be super cool and provide a lot of reassurance during our sales calls.
I'm with you 100% because all of this is going on internally. But if you can somehow see that, that would be awesome.
Right?
Very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. If they could add like a Zoom filter, a Zoom truth filter, right? Is this person you're in front of telling the truth right now? Oh, that'd be so valuable.
That's very cool. I would be curious as the last question, right? If today would be your very first day working on Objection Co, what would be one advice that you would give yourself?
Um, Focus on customer outcomes, focus on customer experience. In the very beginning, I was mostly focused on sales, which was a mistake.
Mhm.
And we pissed off a number of customers that I wish I could have focused on them versus trying to bring on more and more customers. So, I think it's better to go slowly and to take better care of your customers, and to really fix problems early, really listening to their complaints and addressing them. That's what I wish I could tell myself, because early on, like I said, I was just focused on acquisition, and I think I should have been focused on customer experience a lot more.
Mhm. Um, I want to give you the last word, Curtis, of the interview. Thanks a lot for being part of the show at first. But if somebody would be forgetting everything about the interview that we just discussed today, what is one thing that they should remember about Objection Co?
One thing about objection, I'd say that for businesses who care about the way they look online, they should be working with us, because we can really turn things around when it comes to taking care of illegitimate online reviews.
Curtis, thanks for being part of the show.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.